doing my house. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Just to wrap things up, males and women should not be living together. It doesn't make any sense. I think obviously women need their own space. Where's the Barbie closet gonna be? Barbie room? Like, yeah, no, you guys can't. Like, you guys are gonna totally kill the aura. Every woman needs to have her own Barbie dream house. It's Barbie's dream house, not Ken's dream house. And period. Period. But yeah, hold on, let me set this up real quick. I have to like run to the bathroom really quick. Oh. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. You guys can hang out with Eris. Love you guys, I'll be there soon. Hi, Bear. Did you take care of Chat? Oh, she's such a good girl. But yeah, you males need to, it's like males ruin everything. It's like, and like literally look at how angry males are getting at the idea of, males and women living separately. It's like, what? So you guys just want to ruin Barbie house? I see. You guys just want to fuck up Barbie world, I see. Fuck you guys. Like, seriously, like I feel like this is proof males are jealous of women. It's like, of course you bitter males want to, oh no, we must move in together. And no, you can't have a Barbie room. What the fuck? No, we can't make the house pink. The fuck? What the fuck? Where are my ugly, soiled man clothes gonna go? No, we have to share this closet. No, you can't have a Barbie closet. It's like, yeah, no, fuck you guys. You ruin everything. You ruin everything. And if you're a nice guy, then I'm assuming that you aren't, that you are staying your ass away from the Barbie house. You can't be fucking up the Barbie house. You have your own man space, and you are respecting that it's Barbie house. What was I gonna get? Oh, dude, like literally, I have so much shit in the freezer. It's like not. Like good, but yeah, no, literally, it's like my freezer is like this. It's like, yeah, no, I need to stop ordering like Uber Eats and like start like, eating the stuff I bought, because yeah, we need to free up some space. And then we're gonna do electrolyte. Why are you guys' fridges empty? Go buy food. If you guys don't know, this is my house. I literally just moved into it, and I should be unpacking right now. I've been here for like literally 2 weeks, man, and it's still so much work, man. It's like, you guys wanna know what the problem is? It's like, first of all, I'm not even good at, and I still need to put away the rest of my stuff. Oh yeah, so I got these David bars because I heard so many things about these David bars. So I heard that like, so they call these David bars the Regina George bars because apparently like there are, they falsely advertise the calories. I heard that something to the tune of like, they say that it's 150 calories, but there's 400 calories in them. And so people were like freaking out, like, oh my God, we got Regina George. So like, I don't know, like, so I got them because I wanted to try them. I'm just curious about the Regina George. So yeah, the Regina George protein bars. But yeah, no, it is so nice. So it is a 5-bed. Oh, there's a lot of stairs, but it's 5-bed. I also do have a backyard. I do have a backyard, and once I'm done unpacking my house, I'm planning on doing like a rose garden. And yeah, so this is my Barbie house, and I can't wait to do a house tour. I'm thinking about just making everything pink. But oh, also you guys, all my social medias. Oh, I bit my hair. All my social medias, including the spicy content sites located over in the link me. Give a review. Wait, what flavor is this? Chocolate chip cookie dough. Honestly, it tasted a little bit like blueberry. It's actually not bad. It's actually really good. Pretty sweet. But it doesn't really taste like, yeah, the chocolate chip one doesn't taste like chocolate chip. It tastes like blueberry to me. Like, it's good, it's sweet, but I just think it's a little weird that it tastes literally just like blueberry. Or like some kind of berry. Oh yeah, all my social medias are in the link me, which is pinned in my chat. I'm going to be making, this is gonna be a Barbie house. I've made the decision, it's gonna be all pink. I know earlier I was like, guys, do I do white, black, or pink? You know what? I realized that I need a full send on this. We really, I feel like I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't make my house a Barbie house. But yeah, I do need to finish unpacking. The reason why I'm on this channel too is because like I was gonna try to multitask, and I did a little bit earlier, but then I needed to take a break. But yeah, I had my rugs. Hold on, let me do the AC. Okay. In the dryer. All right, I think this one's done. This one's going, honestly, I'm gonna swap this out with a pink one later, but this is just the one that I had at my last place. We have this rug. Woo. You know, maybe we'll just put it in here. Yeah, we're just gonna put this in this office. Oh my God, man. So much work. Appreciate it, you guys. But yeah, literally, if you're a girl, don't ever ruin your life. Move in with a male. And if you're a woman, what we should all do, it's like, we need to have a pact where like our houses, all women who hate males, we all have Barbie houses, because I feel like what Barbie represents is obviously, you know, female empowerment, right? But I feel like really what Barbie represents is fuck males, fuck the moids. So it's like, if you're a girl, it's like, dude, like you can't buy a house and like not have it be Barbie themed. You know, it's like, it needs to be a Barbie house. So, yeah, that's why I'm gonna be making everything pink. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to put the rug. You know, it's really interesting how you worthless males, you know, because you guys have no accomplishments of your own, you've never accomplished shit. You guys are nothing but burdens to your mom. You guys like to take credit for other people's work. Are you guys sure that a man bought me a house? Because from where I'm standing, I'm pretty sure all I see is a bunch of homeless males that live in a basement. You know, if it was that easy, then where's your house? To all of you incels, if a man bought me well then where's your house? Where's your fucking multi-million-dollar house bought by a male? Where is it? I don't understand how males who can't even move out their mom's basement can somehow buy $1 million+ houses for women. That's just not really making any sense. So fuck you retards. You males are not shit. And I do want to take a moment to point out, if you're a girl, let this be a wake-up call for you. Wake up. Um, I don't want to ever see a woman like waiting for a male to like, oh, oh, a man will do this for me, or oh, I hope I'll just find a male that'll like, you know, get me a place, or a male will. Don't do that. I just graduated college last year and I already have my exactly like so I just graduated college like last year and I already bought a house. Like just last year I graduated. So, and also, this is five, just so you guys know, 5 bedrooms. It is in an expensive area. It's very nice. And I'm 20, I just recently turned 24. And I do want to point out, imagine if I decided to be the kind of person where I'm like, oh, I'll just wait for a man to give it to me, or, well, I guess I'll just wait, or, oh, it's like I wouldn't have anything. Like seriously, if I was that kind of woman that was like, oh, a man will do it, which you guys are all homeless. Like, if dude, males do not have the ability to provide anything. It's like it's crazy how males try to brand themselves as providers, but the bare minimum you need to provide is a house, and you guys don't even have that. You live in your mom's basement. But if I was the kind that just like waited for a male to do it or whatever, how long do you guys think it would be until I got a house? Probably never, right? Or if even like I said, I mean, it's just like so stupid, but I'm 24 because I have never in my life been like, oh, male. No, I've never even like thought like that. It's like, I could do whatever I want and I could get whatever I want has been my mentality. So I don't really need anybody to do, because nobody could do it better than I can. I have the ability to extract and gain whatever the fuck I want out of life, and no one does it better than I do. That's basically the mentality I've had. So, oh, maybe can this person do it for me? That's like, dude, this shit, bullshit like that's ever crossed my mind, because I know that like, if there's anything I want, I can get it for myself. So yeah, and males are worthless. I've always like known that males are losers. Also, let's say that you're a girl. Let's say that you do meet a male that like has a house. It's like it's not your house. That's his house. You're just able to live in it temporarily. So, unless somebody is buying it to you and transferring it to you in your name, that's not Still, there's no such thing. So if you think about it, there is no such thing as a man getting a house for a woman. There isn't. You guys don't have the ability to get a house, but even if you do, it's like you're not giving it to her. So, woman, you could do it yourself. There is no reason, like literally, you and I, if you're a girl, we are no different. The only difference between us is our mentality, which you could change. Don't be a pick-me. This whole, a man will do it, or I need to wait for a guy, is low value woman behavior. Don't be low value. Just be high value and get your Barbie dream house. Women are better than males. The average woman is the equivalent to 1 million men. Okay, that's how much power women have. So literally, I know for a fact that any woman, if there is any woman that wants a house, she could very easily get it. The only thing that could ever like prevent a woman from like getting something she wants is just not having the right mentality. Males, they have been trying to, when males say things like, oh, you need a man, or you can't do this without a male, or everything, male give woman everything. It's like what they're trying to do is they're trying to psych you out, right? They want to psych you into believing, oh no, I can't do it. Oh, well, maybe I don't have the magical woman powers that I do, right? They want to like basically like, how do I say this? Like fuck with you mentally so that you stay stagnant so that they could prey on you. Does that make sense to you guys? So, and yeah, but yeah, I'll do a quick house tour for you guys. I don't want to go up and down all those stairs. but I'll just do briefly. So all of the bathrooms are the exact same. Every bathroom it's all Carrara marble. They all have a shower and a bathtub. It's all the same. So Carrara marble, floor, wall, every bathroom. Closet number 1, closet number 2. Oh my God. And yeah, this one is a long one too, but next, room number 1. This is just the laundry unit. Room number 2, this is the office. And I do want to talk about something. I 3D printed this. So these little panels on the wall, which I need to like secure them, but all 3D printed. I also 3D printed this. So so my room, this is office, and there are 2 more rooms. So they're all just filled with boxes, this one and that one, but obviously everyone has a closet. This one has a closet. Bathroom 2, I can show you like from here. So all Carrara marble bathrooms, literally all of them. This is the closet. The other one is the exact same, like, you know, but there's boxes in those, so not much to show you guys. Next. Hello. Oh, that's just the bathroom. Every room has a bathroom in it. And just so you guys know, it is messy because like I just moved in here like literally like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, look at my son. Let me flip the camera. Okay, so that is the kitchen. This is the balcony. The balcony is huge. What I like to do for fun is every morning I go out with I have a drone and I just drop water balloons on all the broke ass males. So it's so fun. I literally sit there for hours dropping water balloons. And, you know, sometimes I'll fill the water balloons with mayonnaise. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, literally what I'm planning on doing is all of it is going to be pink. Also, there's a balcony downstairs. So I showed you the room, office, Barbie room, Barbie candy room. And then the 5th room is going to be the Barbie office. So the Barbie office, and remember guys, I just moved in. Like, I know it's not looking very Barbie right now. It's looking very disgusting and masculine. All these disgusting male colors like black and what, very depressing. It looks like a prison because there's not enough pink, but just, you know, I'm trying to like finish it as fast as I can. Like first and foremost, I need to finish unpacking, but once I do the walls, I do the floors and Barbie it up, it's gonna look amazing. So this is the Barbie office. There is another balcony, and the cool thing about the Barbie office is there are 2 closets. So there's one closet here, and then there's another closet over here. They're all like walk-in closets, obviously. And like I said, with the bathroom, like there's every single bathroom is the exact same. All of the bathrooms look exactly like this. Obviously, the one in the master bed is a lot bigger, right? But they're all, you know. So, and yeah. And I have my piano here too, but. And then there is a backyard. It's dark right now, and also the backyard's kind of plain right now. It's like, but what I'm gonna eventually do with the backyard is we're gonna transform the nasty, masculine, sick backyard into a Barbie backyard. We're gonna make it all pink. We're gonna do pink roses, and I actually wanna do a pink swimming pool. I'm gonna look that up and see if that exists. So pink rose garden, pink swimming pool, and pink patio set. So yeah, like I said, you guys mark my words. You guys come back in like 6 months, this place is gonna look totally different. You know, you guys won't be able to recognize the place because we are like, I don't wanna see a single nasty, masculine, diseased color, male color here. It all needs to be pink. I'm a little bit out of breath, but. And then this is my room. My room is, you know, the biggest room. The ceilings are so high. Like, I wish there was a way for me to, like, honestly, all the ceilings are really high. It's hard to really show you guys, like, how high they really are, you know, but yeah, honestly, I feel like having high ceilings is kind of like a drawback because it's like, dude, you can't reach it. It's like if I want anything done, I have to call a carpenter because like they need to bring like a special like ladder because it's that high. But yeah, fuck you males. And yeah, man, every time I walk through the house, I get out of breath. Just so you guys know, I'm in very good shape. You know, if you were subscribed to my spicy content site, you'd know I'm actually in really good shape. But even someone in as good as shape as I am, gets out of breath because it's big. It's big. It's like I'm pretty much walking through like fucking like, bro. Ugh. I'm walking through like almost like 4,000 like square feet, dude. Like it's just a lot. So yeah, and there's a lot of stairs, but also just because you males are, first of all, if I wanted to be a retard and get on a ladder and climb a fucking 20 feet ceiling, I could do that too, but I'm not a retard. So just because you males are the ones that do all the dangerous jobs doesn't make you special. The way I see it is, have you ever seen those circus freaks? You know how circus freaks will shove swords down their throats? It's also always a male doing this. Look it up. Look it up. It's definitely typical male behavior. But just because you could shove a sword, that dude could shove a sword down his throat doesn't mean that he's special or better than anyone. It's just clearly a lot of practice, and I don't know how the fuck you practice that or what leads one male to start practicing shoving a sword down his throat. But yeah, like literally, you are not special just because you're able to do retarded shit, like climb a roof or it's just that women don't want to. It's like a circus freak, So, until you guys could birth me a daughter, you guys could shut the fuck up, honestly. The day that I will be impressed with males is when you guys could birth girls. When you could fully give birth to a girl, a daughter, then all right, maybe I'll give you guys some credit. But till then, you guys need to shut the fuck up and all you bitter, jealous males need to fuck off and diet. So, and somebody said, "You're beautiful," and and I want to take a moment to say, it's like people always like ask me why I get so worked up over like racist, and it's because, quite frankly, I just hate retards. It's really stupid people that piss me off, and I probably got that from my dad because like my dad would get so angry at stupid people and like on the road at work, like so. But I just fucking hate stupid people. Triggers me. And to all of you racist whites, you cave a beast. It's very interesting. All of the most beautiful women, the supermodels, and like the women that you males find the most attractive, they are all mixed. All of those traits and features that you racist retards find so beautiful and attractive, they only look like that because they're mixed. It's because they're mixed. It's so interesting. It's like these white males, as racist as they are, this is our country, da da da. You're very entitled, but for how entitled and proud you are of this, honestly, like horror of a country, you sure seem to know nothing about your, like, what's the word? You sure seem to know nothing about your lineage or nothing about it. First of all, the Neanderthal. Do you know who your ancestors are? The Neanderthal, you could look him up. So these are the white genetics, by the way. So all the beautiful girls or even the attractive white girls, want to know why they're so pretty? They're mixed. They're mixed. So any and all attractive people, it's because they're mixed. Period. Literally, girls with pretty hair, mixed. Males who aren't bald, mixed. Women that are in shape, good genetics, mixed. The white gene, like I said, you could look up the Neanderthal. So, it really, like, calling fucking women that aren't white mutt is very interesting, because if anyone's the mutt, I'd say it's the cave of beast. the Neanderthal. It's like, honestly, you white males, honestly, some of you guys, you really have the worst genetics. That's why you're all balding. Can you guys name me any other race in the world where they have a huge balding problem like you white males do? Where it's like almost everybody, it's like, this is the white genetics, okay? Balding, you tan red, maybe perhaps, you know, it's your skin suit melting and exposing your real color. But balding, for some reason you guys are tanning red. It's like, man, if that's not proof that you guys are demons. But also, you guys have a lot of obesity. Look at how you guys carry weight. Like, it's not good. Not good. There is no other group that has the terrible genetic deficiencies that you white males do. So that's why I get so enraged when I see these retarded whites making stupid comments like that, you know, try to imply that, like, oh, you aren't white, but you're pretty, or I'm shocked to see a beautiful non-white girl. It's like, you know what, you should expect to see every attractive person that you come across not be white, which is why they're attractive. It's just stupid. No, you guys are cave beast. The Neanderthal, no. You guys came from the Neanderthal, and you whites have been destroying the world since your emergence from the cave. Nope. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but that is your, this is where you came from. You guys are the cave beast, period. You are a cave beast, which is why you guys look the way you do. Do you guys actually want to know why, you know, in certain regions, like you see like almost no hair loss, or males losing their hair is like a lot more rare, right, than yours? It's because, like I said, you know, something you'll notice about the Neanderthal is it has the same fucking hairline as you males, same body type as you males, tans red like you males, but like literally, and also the same fucking goofy ass fucking lizard lips as you males. Like, that's why you guys look like that. Literally. Also, I forgot to mention, it's like, literally, this whole mouth like that and like fucking fucked up teeth, yeah, that's the Neanderthal. So, I am not white. I am not white, literally. My eyes are brown, just so you guys know. My inflammation went down, so the contacts won't lift. My eyes are brown, and which, by the way, I only wear blue contacts because my doctor, my eye doctor, I've been having contact lenses slide up behind my eye and get lost due to my eye inflammation and losing clear contacts in my eye. These are prescription contacts. But what was I gonna say? So yeah, but I very much do prefer my brown eyes, obviously. And but also like this shade of blue isn't bad, honestly. This is real natural blue found in nature. What you whites have is incestual blues. So, you know, I don't even want to, you know, it pisses me off when I see white racist males like, oh, you have blue eyes. It's like, no, bitch, we don't, man, you go fuck yourself, bitch. This is beautiful, natural, pure blue, not incest blues. You whites have those incestual blues, man. So no, I think the blue looks great. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, nothing's better than, in my opinion, I think the brown eyes are the best color. Obviously, what was I gonna say? I think brown eyes are the best color. I mean, I'm 24, right? And I've always done clear contact lenses, clearly because I prefer my natural eye color. It wasn't until the doctor I started getting the inflammation in my eye, and you know, my doctor told me that, you know, I have to, you know, start wearing the color unless I want to be coming in to, you know, get lost lenses out of my eye. So, but yeah, but no, honestly, this doesn't look too bad. But I feel like the only reason why this blue looks like, you know, good is because it is not the incest blue that you guys have. But no, you guys, literally, I don't have a choice in the eye color. I agree that the brown eyes look better, but again, it's for medical purposes. I have to wear a color. Oh yeah, no, they're doing it a little bit. So sometimes when my eyes get inflamed, they go all the way to the back of my eye. And when I used to wear clear lenses, sometimes I'd blink and the lens is completely in the back of my eye. My eyesight's -7. I can't see anything. And it's like it totally lost in my eye and I can't see it. I would literally not know where the lens is. So I'd literally just blink and oh, I'm suddenly blind. Oh, did it fall out? Oh, where is it? I'm looking, I'm digging, and it wasn't good. But yeah, no, seriously, like, racist people are so stupid. Literally, racist piss me the fuck off. Honestly, like, the racist, piss me off just as much as the misogynist, because it's so fucking annoying, but I am not white. I am not white. So, and honestly, if you really think about it, like, first of all, most people aren't white. Most people are mixed. Well, the attractive people. So, for you to be truly white, it's like you would have to come from many generations of incest. Do you guys understand that? Which, you know, I don't think most people are, or I don't know what, maybe you whites might be trying to keep that going, but yeah, I mean, you know, and especially like nowadays, it's like, first of all, most, even like white women, most of them are dating anything but white males. So, also, it's like you have people of all different kinds of backgrounds and what's it called? Lineage, marrying and dating and whatever. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So, which I think is a good thing. Like, I really celebrate the fact that the white race is declining because honestly, it's not good. The white race, in my opinion, is total cancer. They're, for the most part, a lot of white males are racist as fuck, very violent, very entitled and lazy. So it makes me happy that we're seeing more diversity in this country, and I can't wait. I can't wait till you know, because like when it comes to oh, what are you, this and that, it's really whites that are trying to put people in boxes, right? Like I can't wait for the day where you know we're people, we're people, you know, we become so mixed that we're people. No one's, oh, you're this, you're that. No, we're people. We need to fucking, you know, breed out the racist whites and we're just all people. So, no, I don't give a fuck. It's true, literally. And guys, do you guys understand that, like, literally the overwhelming, like, almost all the white women agree, like, literally, I have friends, like, female friends that are, like, full white, like, you know, like, their mom and dad is white, but they will literally say the same, or worse. They'll say the same thing or worse. Which, just so you guys know, that's why it is very true that, like, a lot of, you know, white women are not dating white males. It's because you white males, your racism, your violence, a lot of you white males are incels, and it's just annoying. Because want to know why your descendants deny you? It's because you say shit like, "Oh, wow, you're pretty good looking for a non-white." You're uneducated and dumb, and you guys are filled with hate. A lot of you guys are also homophobic. I've also met like white males too that like, you know, for the most part, like, what was I gonna say? Like would agree with like almost everything I'm saying, you know? So, but it's really more so white women that like are really like fed up. So, and just so you guys know, it's like it doesn't matter. Like let's say hypothetically, like first of all, I am not white, but like let's say that I was white. Okay, let's say that like I came from a family of many generations of incest. Hypothetically, why does that mean that I can't acknowledge that? Hey, white people, you know, they're a group that has been only 10% of the population, but committed almost all crimes, like 99% of crimes against humanity. And, you know, for the most part, white males are very racist, hateful, and commit almost all the crimes against women and children and animals. And I don't like that. So even though I come from many generations of incest and I might look this way, what, I can't want better for myself? Why do I have to keep the cycle going? Why do I have to be with a white male who has these terrible behaviors if I don't want to? Does that make sense? So literally, I don't really think it's relevant of, or like, I don't understand when people are like, you're white, or, oh, you know, it doesn't make sense. It's like, what? So people are not allowed to want better for themselves. I just don't understand it. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody could like, like acknowledge a problem and want better. You know, you aren't banned from wanting better just because of who you are or what your, what's it called, a bloodline is, right? Like, you guys get what I mean with this. So, and like, I don't care, literally. How many people don't like it, because it's all true. It's all facts. And it is so annoying. I see white males giving the googly eyes, drooling over these beautiful supermodels, and even some male celebrity figures, and it's like, you guys are drooling over people that are mixed and not white themselves, And then, it's like, for the most part, overall, if you really think about it, these retarded white racist males, right? Like, they're googly eyes, oh, she's so hot, da da da. And it's like they're too stupid to realize, hey, she's mixed. But then two, literally, what was I gonna say? But then two, like, these males, man, you guys made me forget what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, too, these males will complain about their really shitty genetics. Oh, male balding, oh, da, da, da. Like, all of their problems, right? And then, in the next sentence, oh, whites are the best, da, da, da. And this is just superficial, right? Looks are superficial, but it's more than just looks. It's like they will literally, and which this goes to show how bad it is. White males really do make up the majority of crimes against animals and women and children, right? But then they will like point the finger, it's them, but they make up the majority of these things. And then in the next sentence, these people are violent, we're angels, it's these people. But it's like, no, actually, this is not really matching up with reality, actually. So it's just like, they're just the most annoying, racist white males are the most annoying and dumb people in the world. So, yeah, I am Ashkenazi Jewish, but that doesn't mean I'm white. I'm clearly not white. And also, what even is white? Because, again, so the whites came... So, okay, so here's what we know, right? This is more like evolution. So we know that the whites come from the Neanderthal, the cave of beast, okay? So we know this. And we know that... since its emergence of the cave, even back then, it has been fucking terrorizing the world. Like, there's actually a pattern. You guys could look into it. But besides that, it's like, okay, well, what do we constitute as being white, right? Because at least, and maybe this is because I grew up in, my whole life, like, I have never seen racism. I've always grown up, like, the college that I went to, the whites were the minority. Because, it's what's it called? One, it's in Texas, but then two, it's a very like academic school. Like, you need to have a high GPA and a strong SAT score to get in. So usually at universities like that, you see more diversity because, quite frankly, I mean, where the majority of the intelligence is, no offense, is really our what's it called? The immigrants and the foreign students. That's just a fact. And you guys know it too, because like literally a while ago, like I saw white males protesting, we should stop letting Asians in or stop letting Indians in. They're taking our spots, So I think you guys all know that. This should be like, I don't think saying that should be controversial, but that's usually typically how it is. The more academically, prestigious the school is, the more diversity you see. But then you go to Mississippi State or, Arizona or whatever, you see the majority population is white. That's for a reason. But so I've never seen racism in real life, literally. Even the white males that I've known or been friends with, very anti-racism and would say the same thing as maybe worse than what I'm saying, right? So, but I know that I grew up in an environment where even when I was in high school, I was in all AP classes. I wasn't mingling with the retards. Like, the people that I spoke to and I socialized with were people that were in my class who was sitting next to me. And the the males that were in my class, I mean, they're in the AP class, you know, it's like do you guys think that somebody in an AP class is going to be making racist posts on Twitter? No. So, I haven't like seen a lot of racism, so this might be my perspective. Maybe there really are a lot of white racist males that really do come from multiple generations of incest, and maybe they are, you know, constantly, you know, I only date white women because I need to keep this up. Like, I don't know if that's going on, but from my perspective, I'm pretty sure most people are mixed. Most people, you know, so. But this whole thing is weird, honestly. Like, if you really think about it, because just like I asked, I mean, what would you guys constitute as white? Because, you know, for example, okay, let's say being born here. Well, racist white males say just because you're born here doesn't mean that you're white, right? Because they base it on what you look like, right? You don't look like this, or you don't look what we, you know, have decided is the white look, right? But then at the same time, it's like I've had many Hispanic friends that are literally from Mexico. Both parents are Mexican, blonde hair and blue eyes, white. There is a lot of Hispanics that are white. Elon Musk is from Africa, he is white. So what that tells you is like, yeah, you know, and obviously my Hispanic friends, although like if I showed you a picture of them, you would assume that they're white. But if you met them in real life and you knew them, you know that they're very Hispanic, very like their culture super like super Hispanic, fluent in the language, you know, like the way like they are no less Hispanic than somebody that looks Hispanic. Does that make sense? So just because somebody, you know, might look like what you think is white doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So then what is the basis, right, for being white? Like genuinely. Is it that, you know, you look it and are racist? Is it that is it that you have a low IQ and you say stupid shit? Like, it is interesting, right? Because a lot, perhaps maybe some of these racist males being so racist may not even be fully like, what are we even like defining as white, anyways? You know, I'm genuinely like, I genuinely wonder this. It's like it doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. Why do you think about this so much? Because because you Cave of Beast, you ruined my world. You fucked up my world, and I don't like you, Cave of Beast. And you know, you Cave of Beast really just need to go to Mars, man. Leave Earth and go to Mars, because I'm just it's annoying. You guys are just annoying. Affirmative action. So first of all, I find this affirmative action thing very interesting because from where I'm standing, to me, it seems like the DEI are giving people spots to, you know, that they don't deserve to make things easier for them. In my opinion, it seems like it's whites. White males are the ones being handed things, and oh, you know, we're gonna hold your hand to make things easier because of your race. Like, it's like, it is so not true that, you know, people that are not white are like getting like, that's not true at all. If anything, from what I've seen, they have to work 100 times harder. They have to work 100 times harder and be 100 times more qualified for the same position as that white male. So the real affirmative action in DEI going on is actually for white males. I don't know, maybe it's just what I've seen, but yeah, like it's so weird. Like what even is affirmative action all about? It seems like affirmative action is about like, hey, you know, we're giving too much affirmative action to the whites. This is out of control. We can't just be letting retards in positions they're not qualified for just because they're white. You know, to me, it seems like it's a way to regulate giving unearned positions to white males, if anything, or, you know, positions that white males are not qualified for. Because, yeah. Because, yeah, no, when have you guys ever seen like a unqualified or incompetent, um, honestly, like when you see like incompetence, like who is it usually, right? Or where do you see, or have you ever seen somebody who's not white completely, like for example, like an engineer, right? Let's say that an engineer that is from India, like totally dropped the ball, or oh, this structure failed because, and guys, believe me, with how racist this country is, because they even do it with with the African Americans. When they commit a crime, they plaster it everywhere because it's rare. So if there ever was a case where like, like an affirmative action, like totally like ruined this or dropped the ball on this project, it would get plastered everywhere. But we don't see it because it doesn't happen. Why? Because they literally actually do need to work like a million times harder just for the same position as the white dude. Like if I had to pick a surgeon, like let's say I needed brain surgery, I would not want to like obviously, and I'm not saying that white surgeons aren't good surgeons. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, obviously, I want to have the lowest risk of things going wrong, right? If I want to decrease the probability of complications, me personally, I'd rather like an Indian surgeon or like not a white surgeon, like Asian, Indian, African American, because I know that, they really know what they're doing. So I know that they worked twice as hard and that, a non-white surgeon definitely is like pretty much like has 10x the brain the white surgeon does. So no, but I'm saying like let's say that there's no reviews. Let's say that like I'm in a room, hey, you need brain surgery. We have Raj and we have Mike. Honestly, I'm going with Raj. My gut instinct is to go with Raj. Okay? Or Deshaun and Mark. My gut instinct is I'm going to go with Deshaun. So that's the choice that I would make. I'm just telling you guys because you know what? I don't believe that immigrants are being handed things. I know that it's the opposite. So, or, non-whites, whatever. Yeah. Absolutely. Or like if I had to pick a babysitter, let's say that I had a daughter. Okay? I had a daughter and like obviously there's no scenario where I'd want a male babysitter no matter who it is, obviously, but let's say I was forced to pick a male babysitter. Like, hey, let's say that the devil came down and was like, "All right, you are going on a 1 week vacation to hell, but you must pick a babysitter." And like it's only males. And like I had no choice. Like literally like there's nothing I could do. Okay? So just to make it clear, I never pick a male babysitter, but in a scenario where I have no choice, it's Deshaun, what's another white name? Deshaun, Kyle, or Zoo. Like, dude, I'm gonna flip a coin. It's either gonna be Deshaun or Zoo. Honestly, I'm probably gonna go with Deshaun. So, cause like, I know that well, Zoo and Deshaun are exponentially less likely to do anything weird with my child than what's his name? Kyle. Kyle might not be like that, but unfortunately, statistically speaking, it is a fact. Because Kyle is white, he is more likely. And if I don't know any of them, my gut instinct is to go with what's it called, Deshaun or Zoo. So yeah, and it is a fact that white males do commit the majority of crimes against children, women, and animals. Or if I had to pick a pet sitter, a male pet sitter, I'd never want a male pet sitter, but I'm gonna pick I'm gonna go with Deshaun, man, because like Deshaun's less likely to be doing weird stuff. White males make the over almost all of bestiality. Look that up. Look at the data and statistics on bestiality. You'd be shocked. So yeah, no, that even animals. So if I can't even trust a white male that I don't know around my Sparky the dog or my pets, why the fuck would I pick them as a babysitter? It's like obviously like they're just less trustworthy. So yeah, and the way I think and feel isn't based off of, I just don't like the way you guys look. It isn't even based on anything like that. It's based off of what I've seen you guys do as a whole, how I've seen this group act around women, children, and in general, and the data and statistics. It's based off of your own behavior. So if you're a white male and you don't like hearing that women don't trust you guys, and that women do not think that you are reliable, that you're not credible, also you're just not somebody to take seriously, there's no one to be upset at except for yourself, because women's feeling, or people in general's feelings towards white males, is based on nothing but your own actions. You did that. So the person you should be angry at is yourself. So I also find it insane how these white males will get so angry. Like, I can't believe you're saying this. It's like, why are you angry at me? I am not the one that graped I am not the white male that did all the graping of Sparky. I am not the white male that built the Epstein Island. I am not the white male that, like, mowed down my entire family, which you guys do all the fucking time. So I'm not the white male committing all the grapes. Like, but it's like these white males just want to silence people because they don't want to stop. You never see white males going like, hey, we have a problem, or hey, most white males, right? The majority of white males, you don't see them like, hey, we need to do better and we need to set a better example. Why is this going on? We need to crack down on this, or anything like this. But what do you see white males protesting and like crying about? Stop talking shit about us, stop bringing up the rapes we've done, just stop talking about the island. They just cry, and they hate that people are talking about their actions, and they think that they are victims because people are pointing these like realities out, and also another thing about you whites that like pisses me off is, the racist ones that try so hard to be victims, like, oh, WLM, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, you guys do nothing but unalive people. What do you mean that you're a victim? You've done nothing but oppress people, even your very own woman, your very own white woman. Look at the way you treated your own, right? So that's one. Two, and also your children, look at how you massacre your own children. So, look at how you guys, like, literally, so you don't even really treat your own too well, but the way you treat everybody else that's not white is 100 times worse. Look at what you guys do with the African Americans. You fucking, false allegations, your violence towards them, you hunt them down as if they're an animal. It's disgusting. And then you want to point the finger and fucking, oh, I was self-defense. That happens all the time. You guys kind of do the same thing with women too, actually, low-key. They do the similar thing with their wife. And you guys, you guys are lazy. You guys are handed positions that you don't earn or that you don't really deserve. And when your job is taken because somebody who's more competent and qualified, put in the effort and work, or just smarter than you are, whatever it is, you want to cry, deport them all. Oh, these immigrants are destroying America. It's like no one's destroying anything. It's like you're the one. It's like you guys don't take accountability. It's like you have blaming in your genes. The same males that came to this land, massacred the Native Americans, massacred them all, and who called that conquering, cry victim when somebody more competent than them take their jobs. I don't know about you, but when Raj takes your job because Raj is more competent, I'd say that's conquering, no? So it's just so ridiculous. Like, literally, the most annoying group of males in the world lie within the white male community. It's the racist, white, crybaby, entitled males. The most insufferable and fucking annoying males on the planet. And honestly, if you guys really think about it, if you hear the things that feminists complain about, or what do women complain about, right, the most often, honestly, you guys, there's no denying that a lot of the behaviors women point out and complain about are most common within white males. Do you guys get what I'm saying? For example, sexual harassment. Let's look at the data. White males. Also, myself, so when I was in college, so I've never dealt with sexual harassment or rape in real life. I've been, lucky, and also, but I am a very, very, how do I say? You guys know the kind of woman I am, right? So, not that it's anybody's fault, but the friends that I have had that have dealt with this, the friends that I've had who have been victimized, and the males that I have seen that have, oh, well, we don't know that he's guilty yet, have all been white. They've all been white. So, but literally in my own, what I've seen it all be white, and the data, it matches that. And like I said, that doesn't mean that every single white male is doing this, I'm aware, but it means that, of the grapist, right, of who, all the people that are grapist, the majority of the grapist group is white males. That's what it means. So, like, I've like said this like so many times, and I'm tired of like repeating this. I've had many white male friends in my life that have been great people, very anti-racist. They probably, like a lot of you white racist males, honestly, like they'd fight you, man, for if they heard you say the shit that you say, that, that shit doesn't fly. And what was I gonna say? I've had many white, male friends, and they're not anything like that. And it's just very interesting that, how is it that, there could be males that are white themselves and they could acknowledge these things and they could see how the majority of white males are acting and, come to the conclusion of they suck and white males have a problem and, I'm not co-signing on that, right? And then you have a lot of white males that are like, oh, da, 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 like, fuck you, and cry victim. Isn't that very interesting, right? The difference between, the majority of white males and the outlier white males that do not engage in those behaviors. And all of this crying about like, oh, you're cruel for talking shit about white men. It's like you're really telling on yourself. It's like every WLM cry is actually a confession because, the only people that are going to feel oppressed or attacked by, the consequences of their own actions or their group's own actions or, their behavior being brought up are going to be males that clearly find nothing wrong with it, that think that they did nothing wrong, totally moralist male and uneducated too, or males that are actively engaging in that behavior. So, when it comes to this kind of shit, just like with misogyny, right? If the shoe fits, then wear it. And Tana said, I worked with a girl that was super cool, but we also worked with a white predator, and I didn't realize how bad he was, and the publicly traded company ignored her complaints. She had to change jobs. Yeah, no, it's like the sexual harassment with white males is so fucking bad. I had a friend, one of my friends, and this is how bad it is, okay? One of my friends, like I'm trying to like think about the facts because I want to get her story straight, but she had a grandpa and her, obviously, but her grandma passed, okay? And her grandpa was very sad because, he just lost, now he was alone in his house, right? I forget the exact age of grandpa, but grandpa's very old. Grandpa's, I think, like 70, 80, very old guy, right? So just lost his wife. He's sad, doesn't want to be home alone. So the grandpa was staying in their house with them for a little bit because they wanted to make him, because the grandpa was her mother's father, right? Grandpa on mom's side. So mom wanted, to make her dad feel, grandpa would be mom's father, feel better and had a lot of empathy for him. But, while grandpa was living with them, grandpa asked her if, so one, she caught her grandpa coming into her room multiple times while she was sleeping at night, just to, like for example, let's say that there's a dresser by the wall. He'd come into the room, pick something up, come in, put something in, like just, you shouldn't be in the room, period, but like coming into the room while she's sleeping, which weird. And then two, the grandpa, also there was other weird things going on. One time when she came home from school, at this time she was in high school, right? One time when she came home from school, she caught her grandpa watching corn, right? And that happened a couple times. So she, concluded like he was a corn addict at his old ass age, white grandpa, by the way. So, and then not only that, he then eventually started asking her if he could sleep in her bed with her. and she was out when he called to ask her, so she wasn't like paying attention, so she said yes. But then after she hung up, she was like, wait a second, like she realized what he asked, and she was like, oh, no, no, no. And then after she when she got home, she spoke to her grandpa and was like, hey, you can't sleep in my bed. It's just not appropriate for, I think the word she used is for a developed girl to be like, she was trying so hard to be like, say this in a nice way to her grandpa, so because she didn't want to hurt his feelings, which by the way is crazy. Look at, like, dude, look at how women are. It's like this girl's grandpa is being a complete creep, right, and is not being very nice to her, right, and she's still worried about like his feelings and trying to say things nice. So that just shows you, like how, kind women are. Like, does that make sense? Because that is outrageous to me. It's like, I would have been like, bitch, fuck you. I would have responded more aggressively. And I know that if it was a man, males, you know damn well that if this was your grandpa, you would have been like, the fuck you say to me? Like, you guys would have reacted aggressively, not like, oh, how do I say this without hurting his feelings? So she used the words of, oh, I just don't think it's appropriate for a developed girl, because she's in high school. I think this was like her junior, it was a year before she came to college, right? So a developed girl to be sleeping in the same bed as grandpa. Also, we're not the same gender, because she used to sleep with her grandma like when she was younger. So, so that's why she said, oh, I'm a developed girl and we're not the same gender. I'm sorry, but I could wash she offered to change his bed sheets or wash his bed sheets, or something like that. And then she said that like he just was upset, which was a little bit weird. But then he continued the next day asking her again if he could sleep in her bed. And so he ended up like, he would ask her multiple times a day, almost every day, to sleep in her bed. White grandpa, by the way, very old. So this is what makes this so alarming. Continues sneaking into her room, like weird thing, like, so that's going on, watching porn all the time, right? And then now it's like, you see how the behavior is like progressing, it's like escalating behavior. And you could imagine how this made her feel, because she loves her mom, and she knows that her mom loves her dad, and is worried about her father, right? And so she didn't know what to do, and so she didn't say anything for a while. But then the grandpa started becoming like more aggressive, basically. And long story short, then she eventually did tell her mom what happened. And once mom found out, grandpa had to go, right? But so she did not get, well, this is definitely like sexual harassment. This is weird, but like, luckily, because she did ultimately tell her mom, grandpa was removed, right? So, but I think that's very interesting, because this was a girl that I knew, right? And she had such a creepy story. And it's like, dude, it's like, I was shocked when my friend told me about her grandpa. Like, I was genuinely surprised, because I didn't think that old males would be like that. It's like, you would think that when males get old, they're not so well, off the bat, not so like, why are you watching porn all day? But not so promiscuous, right? Are more like docile, and like, that's what you would think, right? But it seems like, and also like not so, weird, right? All of these bad behaviors would like, decrease, because they old age. But no, it's like her grandpa acted no different than had mom moved in a random man, right? Like, does that make sense? Like, and that's really concerning. And this is her grandpa. Like, grandpa like held her when she was born, like, that's what makes this really disgusting. It's like, you've known her whole life. This is your daughter's kid. It's like so weird. And you're like 80. Your wife just died, and the first thing your mind's at is trying to sleep with your granddaughter. Also, the grandpa made many comments that made her feel uncomfortable. Long story short, she felt very disgusted and uncomfortable because her grandpa made her feel like he was attracted to her. Does that make sense? Like, would make not so appropriate, like, things that a grandpa shouldn't be saying to their granddaughter. You could imagine the inappropriate comments that were made. So, but, things didn't, like I said, I'm so glad that she told her mom and nothing more happened. But yeah, white grandpa. And I say this to like bring up how like a lot of, you know, these males that are rapists or sexual harassers, like it's so bad. It's even, you know, even at 80, the grape gene, you know, the white males that do have the grape gene, it's like that grape gene is so strong. It's so strong and potent. You'll even be graping on, you know, white creeping on at 80. So that's the point I'm trying to make with that, really. Because, yeah, man, it's like, you'll never hear shit like this, dude. Yeah. True, yes. Usually, unfortunately, yes, it does happen a lot, like where family members are sexually assaulting the children, but I definitely do think it's rare that it's an 80, 70, 80-year-old. Like, I there's no denying, like, that is not, you know, males being creeps, yeah, that's normal, but 80? I don't know, maybe I just, you know, like, no, honestly, there's no way that that's normal. Because, like, isn't it true that when males age, like, they have to take performance pills? Like, isn't the performance pill, you know, they make it because when you age, like, so therefore, what that means is with age, the promiscuity and the nasty stuff should decline. So it is weird. Yeah, no, that's so scary. It's not good. Yeah, it's so sad, man. The things that girls go through, you know, it's just like heartbreaking, honestly. You know, and when it comes to it's like the child sexual assault, every time I've seen on YouTube like these long crime videos about how a father has sexually assaulted his own daughter, and it's so disgusting because they usually do this at, you know, it is just so horrifying at like, what's the word? Like toddler age, right? And it's like, that's disturbing, just so you guys know. And what makes that so disturbing is like, do I have a reason to believe that these males that get caught sexually assaulting such a young girl, do I have any reason to believe that they weren't doing this beyond like earlier than this? It's like, I don't think I have a reason to believe that it just mysteriously began. Like, if a male gets caught SAing his 6-year-old, I feel like I don't have a reason to believe that you weren't doing this earlier on, which is what makes it so disgusting. You know, it's like, was 6 just when you got caught? Because, you know, when you get around that age, right? And this is why these males get convicted, usually for the common age males get convicted for is SAing, you know, that age range, right? You know, like 6, 7, 10, because that's usually the age where girls or, you know, children are able to talk. They're able to communicate. So think about that. But also, it's always a white male. It's always a white male. Always. I have never seen it be anything other than, at least from what I've seen on YouTube, it's been a white male all the time, you know? And I think it's like really sad, honestly, because it's like, you know, it's just totally unfair because it's like these girls did not choose this. They didn't get to pick their dad. They didn't get to choose to be born. And it's really heartbreaking when one of their first experiences is that. I can't even imagine what that must be like, that, you know, that somebody that's supposed to protect you, that you have a maternal, because I think we all remember when we were children, right? I know when I was young, I had a, what's it called? I don't know what the proper term for this, but a maternal attachment to my parents, right? There's this strong attachment because they're all you know, and that's my mom or that's my dad, or like, I'm scared, I want dad. You know, that's that strong attachment because they're your parents, right? They're the first thing you see, first people you meet, right? And when your own father is doing this to you, it's like, I can't imagine. You know, it's heartbreaking, but it's white males. It is all white males. No way. There's stories about how oh, that's so disgusting. Yeah, like I haven't looked at a whole bunch, but when I see like a video on my feed, like sick man convicted for this, like I'll watch if it comes on my feed, but yeah, it's like, and maybe even I don't understand the full extent of it because frankly, like I find this kind of stuff so sad. It's like I could only like stomach so much of it, honestly. And honestly, a lot of it just pisses me off, honestly, because it's like, unfortunately, like, not in all these cases, but like at least 50% of the time when there is a father SAing his own daughter, at least 50% of the time, the mother's aware. So, and like, I really, you know, I just don't understand how any mother could like, it's like, how do you not murder the guy? Like, let alone like you allow this behavior. You know, it's like the last case I saw was, you know, I think this was like a stepfather, right? You know, so this was I don't think this was the biological father, but white male. And he was with this mom for a while. He entered her life when she must have been a baby when he entered her life, right? So, you know, to the girl, this would be who she felt like was her dad because, you know, he came in at an early time and he was sexually assaulting her. And when she got older, it began to become more obvious that, you know, traces of his crime started showing, if that makes sense. And the mom knew, you know, because there were text messages where the mom was talking about this as like as if it was lying. You know how girls would be like, promise not to lie again, or like, I'm upset that you lied, but you're not gonna lie again, right? It's like, oh, I promise I won't do it. You know, or oh, you said you'd pick up your dirty socks and you didn't. You promise you're gonna stop. And it's like they were like talking about it like this, like, oh, you know, this is done, right? Da da da, or you're not gonna do this anymore. And then it would keep happening. So like, you know how couples that fight all the time, it's usually something stupid. It's like, yeah, their reoccurring conflict was, Pinky, swear to me that you are gonna stop. And he wouldn't do it. This was a promise he'd break over and over, but except this was her own daughter. So there are some moms that like do that, which, you know, honestly, I think that like anybody that covers for like a rapist or a pred deserves to be stoned, seriously. Including the moms that like know that this is happening and are too selfish to like, you know, do anything about it. So yeah, dude, like if I had a daughter, like, and dude, no, like, dude, even with my cats, like if a male ever gave my cat so much as the googly eyes, I'd fucking kill him, you know. But dude, like I would like go insane, you know. And like I feel like honestly this is part of why, like, you know, I feel like, you know, I kind of understand why some people like, you know, worry about having a daughter, and it's because they worry about like, you know, there's just so much evil in the world, right? There are so many random fucking sick dirty males that are out to get your daughter for no reason, just on the basis of her gender, just on the basis of her age, gender too. So yeah, like I totally get that perspective because I totally see it. It's like, I know me for sure, like, I think I'd like, or all I have to say is like, I know that there are so many parents that would be willing to sacrifice and risk it all to protect their daughter. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, when I see the parents that, you know, they unalive their daughter's rapist or somebody that harmed their daughter, like I totally like relate to that because I know that's how I'd react. I don't give a fuck about the court, or I don't care about jail. This is not good enough. Like I don't care what the hell the sentence is. Like I just don't think I'd be able to like, you know, like handle that. So, but it is sad, honestly. Somebody said I was assaulted by my nanny at 5. I don't remember full on grade, but it feels like it would make sense. It's a terrible feeling. Was this like a female nanny or? But no, that's awful. Like I had a au pair growing up, and like I never saw anything like that, but that's terrible. The teachers. Oh yeah, no, I find the whole teacher thing so strange because like when I was going to you know, I've been very surprised by everything I've been seeing on the news with the teachers you know, sexually harassing males and women just because like I don't know, like when I was at school, like I never saw anything like that. Like whatsoever. It's like I never maybe I got lucky, but I never saw any teachers giving anyone googly eyes or flirting with anybody. Um, and I don't think it ever happened. Oh, you know what? Actually, a volleyball coach at my high school got busted for I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I know that a volleyball coach got in big trouble for some kind of sexual crime. But when it comes to like teachers like with the classroom, I haven't seen that. But yeah, Sergeant, like, so did you tell your mom about it? How did that, like, play out? Our school's manipulation centers. I do find it so weird how, like, people, or, like, the magatards will, like, call schools, like, brainwash, or they're, fucking, brainwashing the children. It's all propaganda. It's like, dude, I don't know about you guys, but when I went to school, like, there was English class, we just read whatever fucking stupid book and wrote a couple paragraphs about it. Or sometimes we'd read a book and there'd be an exam asking questions about the book. There was math class, you know, you just learn the math. Teacher will tell you the formula. When the test comes, you do the formula. There was science, you know, there's a science lesson. They'll tell you things about, you know, if the science you're learning, these are the facts. Take the test. The test is about the facts, just circle the stuff. I mean, like, where's the brainwash? You know, it's like, it's so weird. Like, I feel like the people that like believe that schools are brainwash centers like must be like people that like didn't go to school or like dropped out of grade 1, honestly, because it's like you guys, that is not true, like, at all.